Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
Good morning, dear students. Today, in this particular video, in this particular lecture, we will be discussing various developments. We will be discussing various developments like NEFT, Rtgs, ECS, e-money, e-purse, that is also known as e-wallet, and digital cash. So we will be discussing these in detail. So let us start. First of all, before starting the lecture, let me clarify one thing, that all of these have emerged. All of these things have emerged. In fact, all of these terms have emerged due to the introduction of IT in banking sector. Digital revolution is there, and digital revolution, that is application of information and technology, has affected each and every sector of Indian economy, be it education sector, be it pharmaceutical sector, medical sector, you may say hospitality sector, any sector you may imagine. So you will find even manufacturing has been assisted by, you may say, IT, computer assisted design, computer assisted manufacturing, and various other things. So IT has really it has revolutionized each and every sector of our country, our economy, and banking sector is not an exception. Rather, I would say that the impact of IT on the banking sector is so great that it has really changed the banking as it used to be in the earlier days. So we will be discussing these one by one. First of all, I will be describing NEFT. So let us start. So first of all, NEFT. What is NEFT? NEFT, its full form is National Electronic Funds Transfer. Kindly note that in banking, as I have already told you on various occasions, basically what is there in banking? Banks are basically accepting the money and they are basically giving it in the shape of loans in order to earn interest. But let us suppose you have opened an account in a bank and you want to transfer the money to someone. It may be for some business transaction or anything else. You have to transfer some money, let us suppose simply to attend some conference, and nowadays they are not asking generally to send the payment by check, by draft. They are simply giving their account number, their details, and they are simply asking you to deposit the amount in their account, and it is required from you that you are simply transferring the money to their account. So NEFT is very useful in that respect. So what is NEFT? It is basically an electronic payment system. It is basically used in order to transfer the payment, in order to make a one-to-one payment, and it can be made in Indian rupees in any account but within India. So NEFT can be made in any account. It is one-to-one payment. It is very easy, it is very fast, but it can be used only within India, within the borders of India, within the Indian territory it may be used. And by using NEFT, you are able to transfer the amount from your account to someone other's account. The main requirement is that you are having some account and that person, that other entity, that you may say institute, and account is there, account is being maintained by them also, and that is within India, and the payment is being made in INR, that is Indian National Rupee. So these are the few requirements as far as NEFT is concerned. And in order to do NEFT, you may even visit the bank branch or various other modes, various other digital modes like internet banking, like mobile banking. These are also available at your disposal. So in order to do NEFT, you may go to the branch, you may fill the form, and ultimately they will be transferring the money from your account. It will be transferred to the account of the other party. And otherwise, in case you are comfortable with internet banking, in case you are comfortable with mobile banking, in that case you may shift the money, you may transfer the money while sitting in your home. So it is very easy. You may even shift the money, you may even make NEFT, National Electronic Fund Transfer, from your mobile banking facility also. And kindly note that earlier it was not 24 by 7. Some time limit used to be there. But nowadays from 16th of December 2019, as per the guidelines of the RBI, now NEFT can be made at any time. So it is now 24 by 7 facility has been given by the banking sector. So now let us discuss that what is the basic information that is required, what is the basic information that is needed in order to make an NEFT transaction. First of all, you should be clear. I have already told you the major requirement is that you are having a bank account and the other party to whom you want to make the payment, to whom you want to transfer the money, that party is also having a bank account. Now, what are the basic requirements? For one thing is that you should be clear what is the amount to be remitted. I think that would be clear to you. Secondly, it should be known that what is the account number that is to be debited. That is basically the account number of the remitting customer. In case you are making the payment, in case you want to transfer money to someone, then your account number will be needed. Then name of the beneficiary bank, name of the beneficiary will be needed. Then account number of the beneficiary will be required. It will be required, otherwise you will not be able to transfer the money. So, and exact account number, there should not be any variation, so it should be known. And then sender to receive the information in case if any. And the most important, that is IFSC code, that is Indian Financial System code of the destination bank branch. So these are a few requirements. Sometimes it is also asked, sometimes it is also there, that what is the purpose of this transfer, and where to inform regarding this transfer. Email ID they may ask, or mobile number they may ask. So it is to be kept in mind that in what way the transaction is to be completed. And once this information is with us, we are free to make the NEFT transaction. It may be made through bank branch, it may be made through internet banking, it may even be made through mobile banking. Now, what are the transaction charges for NEFT through bank branch? Please note that I have just told you that NEFT can be made through digital modes, that is online modes may be used. So in case we want to do the NEFT through online modes, it will be free. Nothing will be charged from you. Nothing will be charged from the person transferring the money. But in case it is made through the bank branch, in that case, dear students, kindly note it is not free. A very nominal, you may say very nominal charge is there. What is that charge? In case the amount being transferred, in case the transaction amount is up to rupees 1 lakh, the charges are rupees 2 will be there along with GST. Rupees 2 plus applicable GST will be charged. And in case the amount to be transferred, in case the transaction amount is more than rupees 1 lakh, in that case rupees 10 plus applicable GST will be charged. But keeping in mind the benefits, but keeping in mind the facility, these charges are very nominal, you may say. But yes, there are charges in making the NEFT through bank branch. In case it is made through online mode, in that case no charges are there. So it is advisable. It is advisable to use online digital modes like internet banking, like mobile banking. Now coming to the second, we have RTGS. Earlier we had discussed NEFT. Now we are moving to RTGS. Now what is first of all RTGS? What is the meaning of RTGS? Real time gross settlement. Now what is real time? It means that transactions are being processed, that instructions are being processed at the time they are given. At the time the instructions are being received, they are processed. These are not being processed at a later time. At the same time, very quick, instantly these are being processed. And what is gross settlement? Gross settlement means that the funds are being settled, the funds transfer instructions are being settled on individually basis, instruction by instruction basis, individual basis. So in simple language we may say that RTGS is concerned with continuous settlement of funds, continuous settlement of funds transfer individually on an order by order basis. The main feature is that the fund settlement take place in the books of the RBI. The payments are final and the payments are irrevocable, and but payments are very quick. These are quickly transfer, instant transfer is there. But it should also be kept in mind that because that the funds settlement take place in the books of the Reserve Bank of India, the regulator of banking sector in India, the payments are final and these are irrevocable, so it should be kept in mind. Now, what are the benefits of RTGS? I have just mentioned that it is instant, it is very, very quick, and wider boundaries are being covered by RTGS, and moreover, it is very much secure. Moreover, it is very much secure. Now, how to add a beneficiary? Please note that in order to make the payment through NEFT, in order to make the payment through RTGS, we need a beneficiary. I have just told you that you need the account number of beneficiary, you need the name of the beneficiary, you need the IFSC code of the account of the beneficiary. But first of all, you should add a beneficiary, basic particulars like his name, his account number, IFSC code, in order to transfer the funds, in order to make NEFT, in order to transfer the funds to RTGS, in order to transfer the funds to RTGS, what is needed? First of all, in case you have already added the beneficiary, it is very good. But in case beneficiary has not been added, it is not existing in your account, you may say. In that case, first of all, the basic requirement is to add the beneficiary. So beneficiary should be added so that we are able to transfer the money, so that we are able to make a fund transfer. Once you have added, once you have given all the information, you have completed all the formalities to add a beneficiary, then it generally takes, in case of HDFC Bank, I am saying it generally takes 30 minutes. At least 30 minutes are taken, and these are also in your favor. This time is taken due to various security reasons. So after 30 minutes, it will be added, it will be displayed in your list of beneficiaries, and you are free to do NEFT, you are free to do RTGS. So it should also be noted. Now, what are the modes for initiating RTGS transaction? Again, I am telling you basically two modes are there. One is internet banking and the other one is visiting the branch. So you may visit the branch and you may do this transaction through internet banking also. So I have already told you while discussing NEFT. Now again, in order to make an RTGS transactions, again the same information, almost the same information will be needed. First of all, you should be clear what is the amount that is to be transferred, what is the amount of fund transfer, then your own account, remitting customers account that is to be debited. In fact, the money will be withdrawn from this account only. Then name of the beneficiary or customer, name of the bank and branch of the customer, account number of the beneficiary, then sender in case some information is to be sent that it has been completed. So they may generally ask for mobile number or they may also ask for email ID. Then the most important again, the IFSC code, the Indian Financial System code of the receiving branch where the amount is being remitted, it is also needed, and it should be verified, it should be checked that all the alphabets, all the digits in this IFSC code have correctly been mentioned. And what are the transaction charges for RTGS? As I have already told you in NEFT, in case RTGS is made through online mode, then it is totally free. It is totally free. RTGS transactions done through online mode, these are totally free from 1st of November 2017. But in case RTGS is done, we are doing fund it through bank branch, we are making an RTGS. In that case, So in that case, it will be, in case of HDFC Bank, I am telling, it is rupees 15 plus applicable GST. So it should also be kept in mind. And what are the other requirements? A few other requirements are also there. You see, in order to be eligible, in order to make an RTGS transaction, both the sending bank and the receiving bank, they are needed to be RTGS enabled. And in case, one thing more you should keep in mind, my dear students, that in case the transaction fails, in case the transaction fails due to technical reasons, either at the bank's end, or the transaction fails because of it is due to it is at the end, RBI end, then the bank shall not bear any liability to compensate the same in the form of interest or actual amount sent to the beneficiary. So it should also be taken care of while making the payment through this mode. And now the next is IMPS. Here IM stands for immediate, P stands for payment, and S stands for service. Now what is IMPS? It is immediate payment system. It is instant, it is quick, it is very quick, instant real time payment. It is again available 24 by 7. It is available throughout the year, and it is available even on bank holidays. And this service, it is being offered by NPCI, that is National Payments Corporation of India, and through it we are able to transfer money instantly through banks and RBI authorized PPIs, that is prepaid payment instrument issuers, throughout the India. And in order to use IMPS on mobile, a customer will have to register for the services of mobile banking with the bank. So first of all, the registration should be done, and after that he or she will be able to use this facility. Even through net banking, you may use this facility, and it is very quick. It is very quick, but charges are there. It is not free. Nominal charges even through online mode. In case you are using it, IMPS, some charges are deducted from the payer's account. So in case you are paying through, you are transferring the funds through IMPS, let us suppose you are transferring rupees 10,000. Then in that case, rupees 10,000 plus service charge. That is again not too much, but that will be deducted from your account. So 10,000 plus charges, that will be deducted from your account. But in the account of the transferee, in the account of the receiver, the amount that would be transferred, it would be only rupees 10,000. So it should also be taken care of. Then, dear students, we have ECS, that is Electronic Clearing Service. So it is ECS. It is also very useful for electronic transfer of funds, for the transferring funds from one bank account to the another bank account. Now, what is ECS? Basically, it is the electronic mode of payment or electronic mode of receipt for transactions that are repetitive in nature. It is very much useful for the transactions which are repetitive in nature and which are periodic in nature, and where bulk payments are involved. Let us suppose some sort of dividend is to be paid. Let us suppose some other things are there, some other collections are there. In that case, ECS is very significant, and it is done with the help of a clearing house. And as far as our country is concerned, as far as India is concerned, ECS debit is basically controlled by, it is handled by National Automated Clearing House, that is NACH, and it works under the NPCI, that is National Payment Corporation of India. So it should be kept in mind, and it has also revolutionized the banking sector to a large extent. One thing more I will like to mention, that the main purpose of its launch was to facilitate bulk transfers. So it should be kept in mind. Now, what are the types of ECS? Now, what are the types of ECS? So, dear students, there are two types of ECS. It may be ECS credit or it may be ECS debit. Now, what is ECS credit? So it should be noted that it is basically used in order to credit your salary, dividend. So that is there, and it is used when a bank makes credit to a bank account. Like when salary is credited, a dividend is credited, then it is known as ECS credit. So we are debiting a single account, like when the employer's account is debited in order to make salaries to the hundreds and thousands of employees. So it is basically used then. So ECS credit is basically used for making payment of salary, making payment of, you may say, interest, dividend, pension of the employer, of the user institution, you may say. Now, what is ECS debit? When your account, when the single account is used, when the single account is used in order to make payment, like your EMI may be there, your loan repayment may be there, premium, LIC premium, or SIP, you may say, your systematic investment plan for some mutual fund, etc., may be there. So it should also be kept in mind. And then in that case, ECS debit is used. As far as you may say location is concerned, based upon the geographical location of the branches, ECS schemes may be classified into three major categories. So it may be local ECS, it may be regional ECS, and it may also be a national ECS. It is basically the centralized version of ECS, and it is being operated in Mumbai, and it is operated in Mumbai. So it should be kept in mind. It should also be kept in mind, dear students. Now, what are the basic benefits of ECS? You see, it will increase the customer satisfaction. Timely payments are made. No late payment of EMI will be there. So it will result in savings, no penalty, no fine, etc. will have to be given. Similarly, various bills like electricity bills, telephone bills, these bills will be made very quickly. And as I have already mentioned in the above point, that your EMIs, insurance premiums, LIC premium, health insurance premium, credit card payments, various bills, be it electricity bills, mobile bill, telephone bill, all of the bills will be paid through ECS, and no penalty will have to be given, and it will really reduce the paperwork, and the real benefit of digitalizations will be coming to us, will be there. Now, what is e-money? What is e-money? Dear students, kindly note that e-money, basically e-money is the form of currency that we store in our devices. That is stored in, you may say, various devices. It is basically electronic mode. It can be transferred through various modes. It may be transferred through smart cards. It may be transferred through smartphones and various computer systems. So, and one thing more I would like to say, that the things, the points that we are studying here, these are basically covered under the Payment and Settlement System Act 2007 in India, and it is regulated by the RBI. So, various banks and various financial institutions are allowed to issue prepaid payment instruments in India. But if before doing that, in order to do that, first of all, they are required to take permission from the RBI. Now, dear students, let us move further. E-wallet. Let us study what is e-wallet or e-purse. E-purse, you may say. Now, what is e-wallet? E-wallet means electronic wallet. Here E stands for electronic wallet. It is also known as digital wallet. So it is also known as e-wallet, electronic wallet, or digital wallet. It allows the users to make transactions very easily, effortlessly, you may say. And these may be these e-wallets can be used in order to make very quick payments for some offline payments or some online purchases, in order to book flight tickets, in order to pay bills, in order to pay LIC premium, in order to even book gas cylinders. These payments are used, and in order to use e-wallet, it is very safe. What is needed? First of all, your account is needed to be linked with the wallet, and it is also prepaid, and you may store the amount, you may keep the amount for some future payments, future online transactions. And it is safe, it is very safe, and it is protected by a password. So password may be used, and it will also be using digital money for any kind of transaction, as I have already told you, in order to pay electricity bills, in order to pay even school fee, institute fee, in order to pay various other kinds of payments, whether at the online store or even it may be used at offline stores. But it is necessary that you should be linking your bank account, and then you should be adding money to the wallet. Then at various offline stores, physical stores, you may make the payment by scanning the QR code at the point of sale. The transaction will be completed very quickly, and it is very useful these days. In case you are using e-wallet, you will not be required to keep hard cash currency in your actual wallet. So it is very comfortable, and the chances of theft are reduced to a large extent. And in case your wallet is taken away by someone and you are not keeping hard cash, so it will not be of much use for him. What is needed for this? You will be needing a smartphone, a payment application, a stable internet connection. Only these are the things, these are the main things which are needed in order to complete, in order to do some e-wallet transaction. And it should also be kept in mind that various e-wallets are integrated into various payment applications. And it is always good that you should be downloading the e-wallet app from authorized platform, like from Google Play Store, like from Apple App Store. Now, what are the components of e-wallet? Basically, two types of components of e-wallet are there. The first one is software component, and the other one is information component. So some personal information that is stored in the software component, and it provides basic security, it provides data encryption. And the information component, it basically contains the details which have been provided by the user, like the name, their address, the payment method, the amount that is to be debited, the amount that is to be paid, or then various other details relating to credit card, relating to a debit card, etc. And now the question arises, how to set up e-wallet? What are the requirements to set up an e-wallet? And for that, I have already told you that in order to set up an e-wallet, first of all, some software is needed, and I have already told you that you should be preferring authorized sites in order to download these apps. So it should be kept in mind, and you should be, while it may be used very easily at for online shopping. It may be used for at physical store, and then you when you will be using it, then automatically the transaction will be completed, and it will ask for a password. And it is always advisable to change password frequently. And once you will be giving the right password, the online payment will be complete, your account will be debited, and you are not required to fill any other form, or you are not required to visit any other website in order to complete the transaction. The transaction will be completed, your information will be stored in the database, and you will be surprised to know that the updation is very fast. It will be updated automatically. Now, what are the various types of e-wallet? So, dear students, kindly note, various types of e-wallets are there. The first one is closed wallet. Now, what is closed wallet? It is closed means it is having limited application. Here what happens, you can make the payment through an application or website. And what is the unique point in this case, that it is generally developed by the companies which are selling products or which are providing services to their customers. But the main thing is that you may use the stored funds only with the issuer of the wallet to complete the transactions. So in case the transaction is successful, it is good. In case the transaction is cancelled, then a refund will be there, and it will be stored in your wallet. So main feature in case of closed wallet is that it doesn't allow the user to perform the payment outside. Now the second type is semi-closed wallet. So it is, you may say, it is neither the open wallet nor fully closed wallet. It is semi-closed wallet. So what is unique in this? Coverage is wide as compared to closed, but as compared to open wallet, the coverage area is very restricted. And here again, you are able to make the transactions at listed merchants and locations. So, and merchants will have to accept the contract or agreement with the issuer. Only then they will be able to they will able to accept the payment from your e-wallet. So it is unique in semi-closed wallet. Now the third category, that is open wallet. Banks are basically issuing open wallets. And what is unique in case of open wallets? The area is very wide, coverage is very large, and you may use such a wallet for any kind of transaction. So full flexibility is there. You are free to transfer funds. It is very easy. It is very quick, and it may be used online as well as at the physical store for offline store, physical stores. So you are able to make transaction, you are able to pay. What is necessary, what is the main requirement in this case? That both the receiver as well as the sender, they must have their accounts on the same application, so it will be needed. Now, digital cash and digital payment methods. Dear students, kindly note that nowadays the government wants that India should become cashless. So, in order to make India cashless, what is needed? Various digital India programs are being offered by the Indian government, and the main aim of these programs is to transform India into a digitally empowered society and knowledge economy. Now, what are the various digital payment methods? So, in order to achieve this objective, in order to promote cashless transactions, various modes of digital payments that are being used are, these may be described in brief. I will be giving just names. First is banking cards, then USSD, that is unstructured supplementary service data, may be used. Aadhaar enabled payment system, that is AEPS, may be there. UPI, I think UPI is so common. You might have heard this word more often. So UPI, that is Unified Payment System interface, may be used. Mobile wallets may be used. Banks prepaid cards may be used for digital payments. Point of sale, internet banking, mobile banking, and micro ATMs. These are these are the basic modes of digital payments that are available in our country. Now, dear student, one more thing, one interesting thing that is going to happen very soon in India, that is regarding digital rupee. You see, very recently it was announced by our worthy finance minister that RBI will be issuing a digital rupee very soon in the 2022-23 financial year, which is going to begin from April 1st, 2022. So digital rupee is planned to be issued in India, and it would be based upon blockchain and other technologies. And kindly note that India would become one of the world's largest economy to introduce this central bank digital currency. So let us hope that it is introduced very soon in Indian economy. So thank you, dear students. With this, I have just completed, I have just thrown some light on NEFT, RTGS, ECS, electronic money, e-wallet, that is e-purse, and digital cash. So, okay then, thank you very much.